Welcome back to Everything But the Lesson Plan, the podcast where we dive into the heart of teaching beyond academics, exploring the stories, struggles, and strategies that keep educators thriving. Let me start with a story many of us can relate to. A teacher walks into the building before the sun comes up, coffee in hand, already thinking about the lesson plan, the stack of papers waiting to be graded, and dozens of emails that have hit their inbox overnight. By the time the bell rings, they've spent their energy on everyone else, students, parents, colleagues, but almost none on themselves. This cycle repeats day after day until the joy of teaching feels overshadowed by exhaustion. But what if we could press pause? What if self-care wasn't just a luxury, but a necessity? That's where our guest today comes in. She is on a mission to recharge teachers through community wellness and intentional self-care. She is the founder of Teacher Recess, a national speaker, and an advocate for creating space for teachers to rest and reconnect. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Daryll Wharton to the show. Welcome to the show, Dr. Wharton. How are you today?
I am well. How are you? I'm fabulous.
Yes, you know what? And the topic we're discussing today is necessary, right?
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so but before we start, I want you to talk about your company. You created Teacher Recess to help educators prioritize self-care. So can you share what inspired you to start this movement?
Yes. Well, Teacher Recess was born from lived experience. I've been in education for over 20 years. I'm a special educator, and I am a changed career special educator. I
Okay.
have undergrads in social work and psychology. Basically, I was a student just going to school, honey. I had no clue what I wanted to do. And I walked up to the neighborhood school up the street, and they needed a self-contained teacher, and they were
Mm-hmm.
hiring provisional special educators. So I started that August, and that winter session, I enrolled to get my master's in special ed. But that
Wow.
first year, never had any health issues. I had stress-induced high blood pressure.
Mm.
I had headaches. And I'm sure a lot of teachers experience this. I was sick all the time with a sore throat.
Yep.
And I am a performer. I sing, and that really impacted my life. Yeah, I did like a lot of weddings and everything, and that was like
Mm-hmm.
a horrible year for me because my throat was sore all the time. And just
Wow.
coming home and feeling not just physically fatigued, but emotionally fatigued,
Mm-hmm.
because teachers don't, well, people don't realize that we soak up all that energy. So it was out of what I've been through to help, especially new teachers in years 1 to 3, to help them to navigate through that. Because studies have shown that teachers are leaving in less than 5 years. So I
Mm-hmm.
felt like it was a need to address it because happy and healthy teachers create vibrant classrooms.
You better speak it.
And yeah, and just to help, administrators to know that if you focus and have some type of focus in your plan for the year to address the emotional needs of your staff, your whole building, the climate, everything is going to be better with, techniques and strategies because eventually these teachers are going to also model this and the students are going to benefit
Yes.
from a happy and healthy teacher.
Yes. You are speaking my dissertation right now.
I know that's right.
My
I'm
whole dissertation is about this, making sure we have happy and healthy teachers, and mine is through the avenue and road of mindful breathing practices for new teachers in
uh,
high need schools.
okay.
So it's one of those things that you said it best, teachers, we're losing teachers.
Yeah.
And we really got to focus on those teachers in that 1 to 3 years to help
Yes.
them build um, their classroom journey, to helping them support them in this road of education, because like you said, you soak up that energy. And I learned the hard way my first couple of years. I was one of those teachers just doing too much, trying to be like a superstar teacher, emotionally and physically and mentally exhausted at the end of the day, and didn't want to work out. And when I was teaching, Oprah was still on. So I would come home
You
and just sit
girl.
down and just watch Oprah and just sit on the couch and eat. And so I had to unlearn that and find some
Yeah.
ways to kind of just like, hey, you've got to figure out a way to support yourself after school, and, just kind of have a different mindset. So I do it through
Yeah.
walking and running after
Oh,
school.
nice. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so important because when teachers take on well, I'm going to say a lot of administrators think that the wellness piece is like an extra, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a strategy in your building.
That's right.
And if I think if they looked at it as a professional responsibility, and I do breath work as well, and energy work, mindset,
Mm-hmm.
reset, all of those things, and energy work. The energy
Yeah.
thing is a lot. And if teachers just say when they left their building, they just say out loud while they're in the car, I released all energy that does not serve me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you shouldn't take that into your home because your family
No.
doesn't deserve to have to deal with the three students today that you have to keep asking them over 20 times to please stop talking while I'm talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, wow. I love it. So teachers often feel guilty about taking time for themselves. What advice would you give to an educator who struggles with putting themselves first?
First of all, no is a complete sentence.
You better tell
And
them.
yeah, and we have to get out of that culture of the more that I do, the more, people will see me, my value will increase. And,
Mm-hmm.
they volunteer for all of these things. And, you really can say to your principal, I can't take that on right now
Yeah.
because I want to focus on this, or I need to make sure I have this done. And but you have to see that being modeled, and it's going to happen more if the principal supports teachers taking care of themselves first. One of my workshops that I do in schools is called What's in Your Bag? And it's a metaphor, not just for that laptop, the papers you're grading, sitting on a couch at 10:30 at night. It's a metaphor for, you need to take note of what's in your bag and start emptying that stuff out every day. And be
Yes.
strategic about what you are putting inside of that bag, because teachers
Mm-hmm.
work beyond that school day. A lot of teachers get to school an hour and a half early, and then they're leaving, 2 hours after school. And and let's not even forget that it's not a professional degree anymore. Get out of here.
I
How
know. Oh my
how
goodness.
how you make how you make the profession that teaches the people that you claim are professionals, but the people who just taught them are not professionals? Girl,
Yeah.
don't get me
Oh
started.
wow.
Yeah, so if they realize that, it's the same thing when you're on a plane and they tell you you need to put
Mm-hmm.
your oxygen mask on first.
Yes.
If you take on that persona, and of course it's going to be hard because we've been taught this type of behavior since we were little.
Mm-hmm.
Do more, and if you wake up, you make up your bed, your room is clean, your parents is going to do all this extra things for you, instead of first of all saying from the beginning, I'm fine and I'm just enough right now. I don't have to do anything extra because I'm already worthy of every single thing that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you got to put yourself in a place of, number one, be the professional and not
Yeah.
have to worry about, oh, what is my principal going to say? Because let's be clear, if something happened to you, of
Mm-hmm.
course your coworkers are going to be sad. They're going to show up at your memorial service or whatever, but
Yeah.
trust and believe your position is going to be posted.
Yes, you're right. You are
And if
right.
you go a little bit deeper into that, let me put myself first. What would your family do without you? Because
Mm,
I don't know any other profession besides, maybe like not maybe, but police officers and everything. You're going to step in front of your children, your students, and somebody come in that room that you think will
mm,
cause some harm. Because I know
yeah.
I'll fight somebody over my students.
Yes.
I mean, so it's
Yes.
like, so who's fighting for you?
Yeah.
So
That's
yes,
right.
no is a complete sentence. Take
It
that away
is.
from that answer.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you said a little bit about the leadership. I think it's always important, even though this podcast is, my main audience are teachers, but we do have leaders that listen to the show. And you were dead on with the principles and just being mindful of what you allow teachers to take on. And for me, particularly new teachers, I
Yeah,
really don't like it when a new teacher comes on board and she's coaching this and coaching that and over this and over that, and she's learning how to just be a teacher. I
yeah,
just feel like that first year, let the person get adjusted to being in the classroom, understanding student behavior,
yeah,
understanding how they need to move in that space,
mm,
develop in that space before you add on additional duties,
yeah,
because I think that is one thing that causes burnout and causes teachers to move on to doing something else whenever they've been given too many duties and they don't feel satisfied in their job.
yeah.
So I definitely think I just appreciate you bringing that up as well.
Yeah. It definitely should be a best practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
how do you see the role of community in helping teachers recharge, and what impact have you seen when educators connect with one another outside of the classroom?
Well, first of all, let me branch off a little bit from community because we all know the parents are our best friends, honey. So,
Mhm.
I think that your community also includes, your stakeholders and your parents and even getting together with fellow, with colleagues to say, what is your strength? I may need
Mhm.
help with this, and you can help me with that. And here's my strength, and I can help you with this. And
Mhm.
I think that community is almost like a secret sauce because the healing, it can't happen in isolation. So
Yeah.
if I am a fellow teacher in that building and you have an administrator who prioritizes the wellness in the building as your
Yes.
colleague, I'm going to notice, okay, she keep bringing that bag back and forth to work and it's filled up with the same stuff.
Yep.
Let me go and ask. And I think if administrators make it a priority, hopefully they're not sitting in their office all day, right? But to go out and pop your head in the morning into especially a new teacher's classroom, but don't forget the veteran teachers too, but just
Yeah.
popping your head in. Words are powerful. And I
Mhm.
think it's more efficient and more powerful for a administrator to say, how can I support you today?
Yeah.
Rather than, hey, how you doing?
Mm.
Because some teachers are going to say, oh, I'm okay, and they really aren't.
Yeah.
But if you change that wording around to make them feel more comfortable about being honest with you about what's going on. So when you have all of the community on board, that shame of feeling like, I just can't keep up, it comes with shame. You could get rid of that shame and teachers feel comfortable saying, I need some support and have
Yeah.
someone in the building. We always have a hospitality person, right? But
Mhm.
that person's job is really to collect money and go get the birthday cake. How about we change the role of the hospitality
You
person?
better speak it, ma'am. I
The
love that
hospitality,
idea.
yes. The hospitality person can be the wellness person in the building.
Yes.
And yeah, open up the building early. But if you come in here early, we're doing breath work in the teachers' lounge. That's what we're doing early. You're not coming
Real.
in to work earlier. You're coming in to do breath work in the morning so you can set the intention of the day. And then you
Mhm.
practice that in your classroom. Class, what's our intention for the day? How's our day going to go
Yes.
today? So yeah, community is your secret sauce. Your
It
secret,
is.
yeah.
I love that. And I love that changing the role of the hospitality committee because, like
Wouldn't
you
that
said,
be
they do
nice?
they celebrate all the birthdays. You're right, or the teachers of the month, but just doing
Yeah.
a little adjustment can
Yeah.
create this culture that you're talking about for
Yes.
and
And
support the entire school.
and that little teacher of the month parking space, y'all can keep that. I, I'm gonna need, it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking. I feel like I'm knocking the administrators, but I think that they need help. And I think
Hmm.
that if we, shift this conversation, I think that's why
Yes.
a lot of times when I'm having my consultations with people, I think the administrators feel like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be talking to you about the teachers. And I'm like, no, it starts with you.
Yes.
I'm really here
Starts
to
with
talk
you.
to talk to you. It's almost like the subconscious and your conscious mind. Who's really running the show? It's the
Yeah.
subconscious mind. That's who I want to talk to. The people making all the decisions in the background. That's how
Hmm.
you change the culture in the building. So
Yeah.
that's why I provide my workshops and I have a teacher membership group and I help the principals. I offer something where I'll write your wellness emails for the entire school year you
Mm.
after I interview you and talk to you so that your teachers know that you're coming from a good place and it's not just this general email,
Yeah. I
coming
love
from the
it.
administrator. I do love y'all administrators. I love you. I am one. I love you so much.
Yes. Well, feedback is always necessary.
Yes, yes, it is.
So, with self-care, it looks different for everyone, and you've just given us like some really good tips on some things that could be implemented in school. But what are some practical strategies teachers can start implementing right now that don't require extra time or money, whether they do it at home or do it in the classroom? I love that breath work thing that you was just talking about in the morning. What are some other things that you've seen, heard, and you know that works?
We got to get away from a pedicure is a self-care activity. Uh,
That.
my feet deserve to be done every day. I don't know what anybody else think. It's not an extra.
Hmm.
Self-care is to me, I define self-care as anything that is allowing you to level up in your life.
Mm.
It's not, it's not a massage. It's not, oh, I get to have this treat today. That's not truly what self-care is.
Okay.
Care is building up. You know how we try to build the students up and their confidence. Self-care is you helping your confidence to build up.
Mm.
Because when you're more confident, you're not as afraid to fail. Then you take more risks in teaching your students. You know what? That strategy didn't work. I'm gonna branch out and try this strategy over here because I'm confident and I know that failing is just a form of me learning. So they can incorporate things like in the morning time, have a morning routine. It sets your
Mm.
intention of the day. Plan for that morning routine. I like to tell my clients, all you need is just three things. You have a gratitude statement in the morning. You do 3 5 minutes of breath work, and you have some affirmations that you say. And those are tools that will help you to not only set your intention of the morning, but it will follow you throughout the day. And eventually, your thoughts influence your habits. And your
Hmm.
habits will start to change because you are building up who you are inside. And that
Yeah.
comes with changing your identity. You say, oh, I'm no longer that teacher that's going to be here at 8 o'clock. That's not her. She has moved on. I'm the
Hmm.
teacher who works smarter and not harder. And all of my stuff is done. So when I go home, my day belongs to me and not the school anymore.
Yeah.
So just doing things like that. And I'm a hypnotist, so I like to I help clients with releasing things. A lot of
Hmm.
times we like to rehash because your brain loves loops, honey. And if you say
Yeah.
all the time, I'm so tired, your brain loves that. And as long as you keep saying, I'm so tired, your brain is going to make sure that you are so tired.
Tired.
But if you
Wow.
change your words and your language, I feel
Hmm.
amazing today. and you
Yeah.
look in the mirror and you say that that is self-care. Looking in the mirror, talk to yourself. I talk to myself all the day. I'm the best person who knows what I need.
Yeah, I love it. You know
So
what? And I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, most people be thinking self-care, massage, pedicure, uh, going out to eat, but I like how you redefined it. Anything that helps you level up and that morning
yeah,
routine, right? So then I
yeah,
was like, well, what does that look like if you don't have a morning routine? It looks a mess. It
it
looks
looks
like my alarm clock goes off anytime. I don't have a consistent wake up time. I'm waking up running out of the house late. I
yes,
don't have my stuff together. I'm trying to get it together when I get to work. And so that is not self-care.
that's
Okay. And so
yeah.
having that routine, waking up, doing your affirmations, sitting down and having breakfast, reading a
Yeah,
little bit, that is self-care. So for
that
me,
is self-care.
self-care is happens for me at night. Besides my afternoon walks, I
Mhm.
also do my meditation and reading. I have
Yes,
a couple of books that I read that's helping me to level up, as you say.
yes,
So
love it.
and develop them habits. So I love that.
Yeah. And then they once they start getting into the practice, you can't help but pass this on to your students.
Yep.
So then your morning routine with the students, okay, class, after you did your group and everybody, we have created our classroom mantra. And most schools do this. They have their motto of the school and we are
Yeah.
this, we are that. But if you created that own little space in your classroom, here's our
Hmm.
affirmation for today. Everyone is going to write it. Your students who have trouble writing, go ahead and have it out so they can trace it. Y'all,
Yeah.
that's just good teaching. Forget the stuff
That's
with
right.
aids and services. That's just good old teaching to include everyone because I'm a special educator, so I got a little
Yeah.
bit extra for them. But
Yes.
create that. The strongest word that I can use is the intention is
Hmm.
very important. And students know. They know what substitute teacher can come in and they're going to be quiet, and what substitute teacher can come in and they're going to act a fool. They
Yep.
know from your
They know.
energy. They know.
Well, this is a great conversation. So, looking ahead, how can schools, and you know what, let's not even schools, the districts,
District, yeah.
better support teachers' mental health and well-being beyond professional development days?
It is an ongoing thing. Teacher wellness is an ongoing thing. It cannot be a 1 day workshop and
Hmm.
a checkbox. It
Hmm.
cannot be you putting a candy bar in the mailbox. And that's it. It has to be a ongoing conversations. You have to move from a reactive support to a proactive support and proactive systems that
Yes.
normalize rest and boundaries and mental health conversations.
Yes.
Everyone looking out for each other. If I see you coming in and I think something is off, if I don't have that relationship with you, I'm going to go to my administrator and say I'm a little concerned about so and so. Or
Yeah.
if I have that relationship with you, I'm going to come to you. And again, my favorite question is, how can I support you today?
Yes.
It's a different question. So that means that everything should include consistent wellness check-ins. Protect that planning time so they can actually work on what they're supposed to be working on. And a lot of
Mhm.
districts do now have a wellness office. Now we got to give them that much. Okay, let's
Yeah.
give them kudos for that because I think
Yes.
starting. But a lot of the times, those positions are funded by the health insurances.
Hmm.
So, and it's not ongoing. It's, oh, we're having this activity. You can come down and I don't know, you can get your neck massaged or whatever, and then
Yeah.
that's it. So if leadership in the district start to contract with wellness experts, and
Mm.
some districts, I know we have a district in Maryland, they give out awards to the schools. They earn points for the wellness things that they do in their building.
Love that.
Can you imagine that?
Wow, that is a great way to
Yes.
incentivize.
Yeah, so the district needs to invest in teacher wellness beyond the employee parking spot. Now I ain't knocking it. I'm gonna want to park closer now. I'm gonna take it. But it needs to be a long-term, a long-term strategy because it's going to improve retention and customer service satisfaction. We forget
Yeah,
about the customer service even when you call in between offices. We forget about the customer service, and that
yeah,
that is also showing great customer service to your employees.
that's true.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I enjoyed this conversation today, man. You gave me so many tips and things. I'm like, I gotta, see if I can add this to my research.
Yeah, so call me up. You can interview me for that too. It's important. You're gonna be changing. It's
Yeah.
to me, it's transforming. We just
Hmm.
have to do better. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that this topic is your dissertation because
Yes,
transformation is necessary. We need our teachers. They change the world.
they do. And,
Yeah.
and we need more and more every
Yeah.
single day.
Yeah.
So, well, before we wrap up, what's next for you?
Oh my, I have so many things going on.
Okay.
I am continuing to do my wellness workshops, in school districts and, schools. And I offer a year-long wellness program beyond my workshop.
Mm-hmm.
And so my goal is to eventually help 1,000 teachers I'm gonna say, I think I'm gonna change that to 2,500. It depends on if I get a big school, but and I do check-ins because I'm a teacher. So, data shows the story.
Yes.
So I want to make sure that I am helping to transform at least 2,500 teachers next year so that when they come into work, they actually feel like I get to go to work today instead of
Mm-hmm.
I have to go to work today.
Mm-hmm.
And those words, they matter. And just to help teachers to change their language about the profession because it is the future of the world. And teachers are leaving in droves. So that's what's
Yeah.
next for me. I'm helping all the teachers, all the teachers.
Yeah, and I love that. And so I'm going to have your information in the show notes so that people who want to reach out to you, be a part of your mission, they can contact you. So I will be following you as well. And I'm just so grateful for you to come in on the show. And I look forward to what you get into with supporting teachers.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and your heart with us today. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to another episode of Everything But the Lesson Plan. Remember, teaching is important, but so is your well being. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep thriving both inside and outside the classroom.